Hello, hello. How are you all doing?
Morningo.
Morning. This is Magda at Coach Your Mindset.
Paulina at Coach Your Mindset. Welcome to Rockingham Radio.
Welcome. How are we all feeling on this beautiful Wednesday morning? How are we feeling after our Monday broadcasting? So this week we are on letter F.
We should do greetings to Phil.
Yes.
Definitely.
So we have our lovely landlord, Phil, who is
our new follower.
He's our new follower. And he's really amazing. He's such a positive person and
very deep.
Very deep. And he always has this, he's very eloquent when he speaks, and he's so funny. When he sends me messages, I just love to read them. I feel like he's writing a story or something as well.
Very smart.
He's very intelligent, yes.
Yeah. And we wanted to say thank you for the feedback he gave us about the radio and about what we're doing. And
yes, and we really appreciate it.
We love you very much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and hopefully maybe one day you're gonna come with us for the radio station recording.
You could take
talk
part.
some deep talking.
You could take part with us.
Have a good
definitely.
weekend and gardening.
Yes, because he loves gardening, so probably now as we speak he's working in his garden, trimming or doing stuff, or taking care of the grass.
Yeah.
So we are now on Wednesday, talk day. So how can we, Paulina is moving the snail, so how can we connect Wednesday, talk day, with fear? So let's say if you are in that moment when you are feeling fearful, do you say it to someone? Do you actually even say, do you acknowledge it for yourself? Do you speak to yourself when
Where is that dirt? Sorry. Where is that dirt which is here? Ah, that's on the phone. I'm so stupid. Anyway, sorry.
Sorry. Usually I am the walking distraction. Yes, so Wednesday talk day. So what I have here is speak to someone about your worries. So what causes you to have sleepless nights? Why are you in fears? Why are you feeling a certain way? So I think in those troubled times,
communication is it?
Yeah, so communicate. Don't feel bad about saying to people how you feel. The thing is that when I started speaking about my emotions, I actually realized that many people are going through the same thing or even similar thing.
I'm not very good today, am I?
Yeah.
No, definitely speak up. Like, learn how to ask for help, learn how to speak. Like, if you can't speak, write it down. Take it out of your system, like writing it, like making all that stuff. It's helping to... Right, so... Imagine your brain is your house.
Mm-hmm.
You want a 1 floor or 2 floors, doesn't matter. You've got a spare room.
Yeah.
What people do in a spare room normally?
They clutter it.
Like loads of things, no?
Yeah, they put loads of stuff.
So you move and you say, oh, I'm going to make this room study room, or I'm going to make this room office room, and then you're not doing that for 3-4 years until the child is born, and you just make a bedroom for your child, right? And that transition period. Where's the fault line of that? So fault line for me, it's like this. So I look at myself as a temple. My body is my temple. My brain is the place where I need to make it clear and adjustments. I need to go there and visit the place. Like every 4 seasons of the year, every quarter, I need to come and see, look into my space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What there is cluttered.
Yeah.
What I didn't get rid of. So I do exactly the same thing with my own room.
Mm-hmm.
So we were speaking to Kinga the other day that there are people who likes to collect things or people who don't like to collect things. And don't get me wrong, I used to have a massive attachment to things. And I had the things which I was just so attached to it that I needed to let go. And now if you ask me if I would need to go into, empty island, like what would be the one, if you could take 3 things, like, I don't know now, I would take knife, the things which I would need to survive there, but I wouldn't think of like anything like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like this cluttered mind needs clearing, and that fears are from your past.
Yeah.
You may even have a fear from the time when you were at school and your teacher told you off and you couldn't speak your truth. You didn't say what you want to say, and since that moment you have no confidence, for example.
Yeah, that's very true, because if you even if you talk to some people and if you really go deep with them and you kind of explore that why they are feeling fearful, usually it comes like a memory from the past. Something happened and something gets so like really imprinted on your mind and on your feelings that some situations that just trigger that fear and bring back all of those emotions as well. And
that's the
kind
problem. That's where the
really,
anxiety, that's where depression comes from. Depression comes from the past, not resolved issues, suppressed emotions, suppressed fears.
Yeah, so I think that's why on Wednesday talk days would be very important to talk to someone about it.
I mean, any other day as well is important, but it's
Yeah.
easier to do it on Wednesday.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of like we give indication for certain days, but obviously usually you can do those things on any other day as well too, but that day has that kind of energy that makes it kind of easier, smoother to implement it in that way. That's why those days have certain names. That's why.
Well, there must be a reason for every planet be connected to every day.
Yeah.
I think the astrology is made for us not to believe because everything is there. Because if the variation of our belief would be easier, we would be in a completely different place right now.
Mm-hmm.
But Einstein theory was confirmed 100 years after he died, the relative theory. 100 years after he died. How sad is that? And the society, like, you need to prove everything, everything needs to be proved. But wait a minute, if I practice it and it's working, is that not the proof?
Mm-hmm. But I think because it's something, like, I always think about, when you create like a new path. So let's say you go into a forest and you see like already a path that it's walked through so many times and it's so easy to go through. So obviously you're going to choose that path. What if you choose another route and maybe you're going to discover something, but that path is not going to be easy?
No, I'm not a big adventurous one. In the reality, I'm not very brave with new places by myself. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm with somebody.
No, I mean like new places.
No, I know, yeah. But like in the subconscious mind, I always go. I'm on black sheep. I always been. I always went like opposite they asked me to.
Yes, that's what I mean. Maybe that route doesn't seem like it's easy, but at the same time, it might actually become easier with time. You're gonna set that route. And you're going to set that for yourself and for others as well.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. Do you want to be like follower or you want to be creator?
Yeah.
That's the main very question you need to ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could like, ask, write a letter to yourself about what you like not accepting, what you not let go from the past and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've got Thursday, Explore Day. So explore, how can you explore your fear? So maybe explore what kind of healthy behaviors, what kind of healthy or unhealthy self-talk you have that is actually promoting the fear. So like Paulina mentioned, maybe there are some certain things from the past you haven't let go of. So I think what would be really good is to explore that area and maybe think about it and connect Wednesday with Thursday and maybe write down. So communication can also be on the paper. So you can communicate and write and explore what causes you fear? Why do you feel fearful in that way? And like Paulina mentioned before already on Monday, acknowledge the fear, accept that it's there and see why. Why
Stop
am I
suppressing
feeling?
it.
Yeah, why am I feeling like that? Why am I feeling so scared of something?
And don't you think when you suppress it in the night, it's gonna be back up anyway?
Yeah, like probably when you're gonna suppress it for the night. That's why Paulina had, that rule that she learned at home, that we never go to sleep without, resolving something.
I can't sleep then.
Yeah, and let's say even if you go to sleep, you're gonna wake up. How are you gonna feel? Are you gonna actually feel fine, or are you gonna feel a bit
angry? Me.
Yeah.
Deflated. I don't like unknown. It's confused me.
Mm-hmm.
I like to know what I do, what I plan. I mean, it's not like I have to have everything planned.
Yeah.
But I like to know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. But also, like, not leaving that emotion hanging.
I'm not a big fan of people who don't know how to make decisions. I'm not gonna lie. With all no judgment, if I'm nothing against that, but it's hard for me to be surrounded by chashes like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She have problems with decisions making, and sometimes it's just like, don't know.
I think probably when someone doesn't have the decision making, they kind of want you to make the decision for them, in a way.
And they're people pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, and I don't like people pleasers. I mean, not like I don't personally don't like somebody or dislike somebody, but certain behaviors affecting our limitations, they affect ourselves. That's the case I'm on.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I do, yeah. So, because maybe, it's difficult for someone to make a decision because they fear the consequences, but then in the end, if you don't make a decision, then it's not going to go anywhere anyway. So it's kind of another side of it too, so I think a positive, not rational self-talk. Rationalizing the decision you have to make and seeing both sides of your choices.
Yeah.
So if you make one choice, what is that choice going to bring?
Yeah.
If you make the other choice, what is that choice going to bring? And sometimes there isn't like a perfect solution for everything as well. So you just choose the choice that you think is best in that moment, in that situation, in the environment you're in, and that's it, and you have to work with it. I think sometimes overthinking those kind of choices as well can be really really bad as well. So yeah, coming back to fear, Thursday, explore fear. Explore it. See the other side of it. See what causes you to feel fearful. Accept, acknowledge your fear. First acknowledge, then accept the fear. And I think then it's
Let
going
go.
to, and then let go. It's definitely going to give you any information why the fear is there, because if you just repress it and push it away, you're not going to learn anything about it or about yourself.
Yeah, there are indicators. They're like our indicators that there is something that is like we're going around the cycles, just like the logo.
Yeah. It's very cool.
You're going around the cycles, and around the cycles, and you keep repeating the same situations. Maybe people will be different, but the situations are the same until you don't heal the situation you've done before.
Mm-hmm.
Your body should be your temple, your safe place, whereas your muscles, your home should be within you. And that's why it's the snail there, because you need to snail your way of being slowed down and take it easy and take slow approaches. Small steps get you to the bigger goals, not the big steps take you to the bigger goals. No, the small steps take you to the bigger goals.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
And that's what
so
it is.
true. So just like bringing everything together. So Wednesday talk day. So maybe speak to someone. What are your fears? And when you are feeling, a bit fearful, why? What's the reason behind it? Or write it down. Yes, write it down in your journal on a piece of paper. Like when I say, maybe write a letter to your fear as well.
To your inner child or
to your inner child, whatever is there from the past. Maybe that kind of brings those fears out, and you feel like, oh my God, I can't handle the world, I can't handle myself. So, and practice also self-talk, rational self-talk, and see what kind of energy you're sending out to yourself and others when you're actually feeling fearful.
yo.
So on Thursday, explore day, see what healthy and unhealthy behaviors can kind of help you to with your fear. So is there something that you're doing that actually is making you feel even more in fear? So are you acknowledging the fact that you are in fear? Are you accepting it and letting it go? So check that out and see how does that work for you. And always, if you feel like, just leave us a comment.
And then on Friday,
Yes.
what you doing on Friday?
Friday
you
we're
say?
gonna do. I did Wednesday, Thursday, then we're gonna do another.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely week. See you on Friday.
See you on Friday. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.